You could be watching an IRL femboy right now, boys.
For
You'll
a webcam,
never know.
like their mouth.
Alright class, settle down and let me tell you a story. We now have a new schedule where we will be uploading on YouTube every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on the weekends at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. And before we begin, please like, share, subscribe, do the whole notification button thing to help me out with the algo. And we now have 200 plus subscribers, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. So tonight we will be celebrating our new schedule with the problem with femboys. Interesting. Well, thankfully, I'm not watching it alone, so let's go for it. Wait, where are we going? Huh.
Are you lonely? Would you date a female as long as they're breathing?
I guess.
But they don't feel the same about you. You know what can
Not
fix
sure.
that? A gal with a cock! Yeah, you want a bro that not only...
No judgments here, alright? No judgments.
You can discuss the difficulties of life with, but also experience the difficulties of slamming that feminine ass.
I mean, there's always that argument for the whole thing. There was a saying like back in the 80s, if you can't find a woman, find yourself a nice, clean young man. Because the argument for it is that you both have the same tools, you both have the same emotional capacity, so why not just date each other? I mean, this whole thing has been happening even before the Greeks. And even some animals in the kingdom do it, so why not just go for it? And I forgot the name of this comedian. He had this story where he was making out with a femboy, and he said that he doesn't feel like he was making out with a man. He feels like he was making out with a very feminine energy. But then again, I myself have never tried it, so I wouldn't know. So why don't we just keep on going?
Would you like them to cosplay as anything you want? Maids, swimsuits, your favourite anime character, all whilst looking and sounding like a girl. They just have a cock. Well, that makes you gay.
Does it? I remember there was this YouTuber, I forgot her name, but she's an entertainer of the hotel variety and an well-known femboy. And the thing is, in one of her stories, she had this client, and he said the reason he was there was that he was playing gay chicken with his bro. So basically, the game was that who could go the farthest by doing gay acts. And apparently, his idea of winning the said game was going to a hotel with a femboy escort and doing the deed. And apparently, his competitor denied his winnings for the simple reason that it doesn't count because she looks too much like a girl, so it doesn't count. So, wouldn't know what to say about it. Again, no judgments here, you guys.
Or does
I was about to say it was a femboy pre-zone, but I wouldn't know.
it? Wait. What the fuck are you doing? No. I'm just talking about guys that want to be more feminine, and nothing to do with people transitioning to male or female. Just guys that want to stay guys whilst also being a little feminine. And probably racist. God, you were quick to jump the gun. But I'm talking about femboys because I wanted an easy video to edit this week, because my last few have been a bit long, probably longer than I thought they were going to be, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a very short video.
I have a solid 7 minutes of talking about copyright in one of those videos.
Oh.
And I just bought Pal World, so I'm going to be playing that. But femboys are an interesting topic in this...
Oh my god, Pal World. I remember this whole thing, when this whole thing came out. Oh, it's a dead game now, by the way.
Day and age. No, I'm not interested in them personally. But it's interesting the impact they've had on the internet and their current state.
Velkus.
I watch Forsen. I have no friends. I'm from Finland. I'm an alcoholic. Like somewhere down the spiral, I was gonna start wearing dresses. And
I mean, how come wearing a dress? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. How come wearing a dress is part of that spiral? But you know what? We all suffer differently from depression and anxiety, I guess.
I'm in computer science.
So right now, if you've got a slice of ass with a side of cock and balls in your Discord DMs, and they're actively pursuing you, or you're debating it, this video is for you. Or you just like femboys, I guess. I don't judge.
No judgments, you guys.
I just tell people I don't. So without further ado, what is a femboy? Well, it's a feminine man, and some of them are so convincing they can pass as women. Until they hit you like a runaway freight train with their voice about 8 octaves lower than you thought it'd be. I'm talking chain smoker vocals with hexafluoride.
Oh shit, damn, you looking real cute. What's your name?
My name is Felix.
Oh shit.
What's up, Felix?
I'm killing myself.
What's your name,
But how
homeboy?
does one become a femboy? This is not a how-to tutorial, by the way. Well, if you've been graced by any of these genes, such as Polish, Asian, or...
Really? I mean, I thought it was tutorial on how to be a femboy.
Unfortunately, during the character creation, your max height was set to below 5'6". Well, unfortunately, you only have 2 options. Become a commentary YouTuber and lift weights like your life depends on it, or start wearing a skirt, thigh highs, and making every sentence you speak somewhat sexual and ending it
Both are equally viable options, by the way.
in UO or X3. An additional requirement can be that you study cybersecurity,
Either that or you become a VTuber right here.
or computer science. And if you're thinking, royalty, aren't you a newfound commentary channel? Doesn't it apply to you as well? Well, I'll stop you right there, buddy. Before I drown you in sulfuric acid for even mentioning that. Anyway, femboys are feminine guys that either unfortunately got fucked over by their genes or got graced by their genes to look more feminine no matter what they do. But it's extremely hard to pinpoint where femboys started becoming relevant, because I'm pretty sure 6 to 10 years ago they were not a thing whatsoever.
Sorry, if I had a guess as to where the whole thing started, I would definitely say anime. You've got protagonists just that are just as good looking as the leading lady or the leading lady roles. So I'm gonna have to say anime culture, or with regards to the whole anime thing.
Now you take one step into a Discord server and there's probably one of them making these type of videos.
Bro, wouldn't it just be so funny if you ironically kissed feet? And then it would be even funnier if we went on dates and jokingly cuddled each other and said stuff like, I love you, and then you could just ironically pick me up and just
No, the question is, does it make you gay? Or does it just, make you like femboys?
But I would like to think they came from anime, which started another argument, which I'll get into in a sec. But with the rise and validation of femboys in anime, just like when every BO-ridden gym rat would see guts for the first time, people would inevitably think that's me for real and proceed to put on a skirt. The number one culprit that inspired this was Astolfo from the Fate/Night series.
Really
I know
now?
nothing about the Fate/Night series.
I mean,
but just
I've
know
never seen this particular anime, but then again, any series is a good place to start as any. I mean, why not, right?
His characters had their back blown out more times in the parodies than times your parents have been disappointed in you. And believe me, it's close. But now on to the prehistoric question that has plagued man for thousands of years. Not even the most sophisticated, intelligent geniuses could solve this question. And that question is it gay to like a femboy?
There we
Before
go.
answer that question, let's ask the question, is it gay to like a femboy that's in anime? Well, not to be controversial, and I know this is going to trigger a lot of people, but I think it's the same argument people have been...
I mean, the whole Boku no Pico prank thing is still ongoing. Some people still fall for it regardless of the fact that it has been going on for decades now.
having for a long time on Twitter, about liking lollies that are 5,000 years old but still look like children. At the end of the day, it's fucking pixels, not real life.
There's a line,
real
you guys,
reason for
there's a
controversy
line
to
we
be
don't
happening,
cross.
in my opinion. It's just pixels. Now, if you made a comment like, I
And
wish
the line is P. Diddy.
there was an IRL version of Astolfo with dick and balls, then we start pondering. So now we get onto the online influencer femboys, and you've probably seen a few of these before. There's actually not a lot of these supposed femboys that stream on Twitch with a face cam, because most of them are VTubers. Now, if you don't know what a VTuber is, think of a 3D or 2D anime character that can recreate a person's
You could be watching an IRL femboy right now, boys.
movement through
You'll
a
never
webcam,
know.
like their mouth, their eyes. that is a bare bones description of what a VTuber is. So you have supposed femboys controlling these 3D or 2D femboy models. So the question is, if a femboy is behind it, controlling another femboy, and I like it, does that make me gay?
Femboy plus femboy equals femboy x squared or something?
Well, let's have a look at a few of the femboy VTuber clips.
You give me 1,000 bits. Meow meow. Only 1,000.
A friend, just...
See, I rizzed up a boy with glasses, kiss him with or without the glasses. Absolutely
with the glasses.
Although,
there we go.
that said, well, I find glasses really cute. In my experience, if you're gonna kiss a boy who wears glasses, if you gently take the glasses off his face,
right.
he'll feel like you
this
just
is
took his
definitely
clothes
gay
off.
now.
Yesterday, I went to the Nut Cafe.
Sure does look
There's
like
a
it's
nut
engaging
cafe.
and hot. Engaging and interesting. Engaging and interesting storyline, just like my skirt. Engaging, interesting, has depth to it. Is cute, hot, sexy. Has a nice pattern.
So much masculinity in one segment of the internet. It's so beautiful. But the one downside is you don't actually know if the supposed femboys controlling these femboys are femboys. That's a lot of femboys in one sentence.
Yep.
In reality, they could be
too
bald,
many
work a
femboys
9
in
to
one
5 on
sentence.
an oil rig, and come home just to act all cutesy. Sorry to ruin your immersion there if you're invested in the femboy stocks. And sorry if I've just described any of you. But most of these VTubing femboys are very explicit, especially when compared to their female
a little bit
counterpart
too
VTubers.
explicit for some people.
Is that a boy I smell? Yes, I smell it. Boy smell. I smell
Jesus,
boy.
man!
What is a boy?
Maybe it's
Put
because
it
the
away!
femboys
Tone
know
it
what
down!
men want. Or they just have a lot less dignity and are a lot more hornier than the female versions. But make of that what you will. Some people watching could be foaming at the mouth from hearing them say any of this.
Chocolate!
But once again, if you're attracted to the pixels and the person controlling the pixels, but it doesn't necessarily mean you like cock and balls. Maybe you just like feminine things, and that leads on to my next topic. Gynosexuality, which is someone who is attracted to femininity.
Gyno, individuals who experience sexual attraction toward women, females, and or femininity, regardless of whether or not they were assigned female at birth. Interesting. I remember the film Alexander. It was like 2004, if I'm not mistaken. And one of his quote-unquote concubines was this dude who basically, was a femboy. And here's the thing, right? Alexander did almost everything masculine. One of the causes of his death was heavy drinking, which is supposedly considered quite masculine. He did it because it was considered as masculine back in his time, where he drank heavily, which affected or ended in his death. All of his injuries, heavy drinking, and all-night partying, and all those femboys. I mean, would he have been considered as gay or homosexual? I mean, he definitely had a thing for femboys. And he definitely had a thing for his fellow generals, but now there's a question right there. Where does it end? Where does it start?
I don't know if I said that correctly.
Gynosexual.
I somewhat said it right. So you see an attractive female, and you pitch a tent. Obviously for ants, but we don't talk about it. Then you see a bulge that is an 8-inch Python extended barrel,
bigger than yours,
sight,
Daddy.
suppressor, and foregrip in their pants. Now, you were only attracted to how feminine they look, not what was between their legs, correct? Any other answer? And I can't help you there. Now we get on to the one downside of being a femboy. And just like the salami sausage you see in the supermarket, it has an expiration date. Because unfortunately, us men start balding at any point in our life,
there
and
we
look
go.
less and less young/feminine as we get older.
Of
Now, I want you to
course.
think of a young femboy in your mind right now. You probably already have one in your mind since you're watching this video, you sick fuck. Imagine you wake up, turn over, and see
In my defense, someone sent this to me, alright? I'm just here to celebrate our new schedule.
middle-aged bald man slobbering, sleeping next to you. Motherfucker looks up and says, "You wanna fucking smash my bushy, mate?" In my fucking wrinkly ass. How disgusted are you on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm very disgusted with myself. The whole
No
scenario was a
judgment
bit
here, boys.
exaggerated, but if you like femboys, you kind of have to think about this. That
Yep.
young feminine guy you're looking at that is so cute and cutesy or whatever the fuck
They all have an expiration date.
you're thinking, is going to be a 50-year-old balding man at some point. That's
Probably.
why femboys are so rare. They're kind of like the shiny Pokemon. that has a terminal illness and they aren't going to be around long. So now, after all my points, does liking femboys make you gay when you are strongly adamant you are straight? When we're talking about solely just the VTubers and the femboys and anime...
One for the philosophers.
It's fucking pixels, who gives a shit? At that point, you're only going to know if you like penises if you have one in your face. The local glory hole's open, by the way. Just donate your entire paycheck to one of these 2D/3D femboys on Twitch. But if you see a femboy IRL and think, God damn, fully well knowing they have a Barrett 50 cal in their pants, well, you like boys. But it might just mean you like looking at feminine things. But nobody really cares. Put on the...
Note that he does not provide a definitive answer to the question that, are you gay if you like femboys?
Fucking maid outfit.
Hey guys.
Probably.
Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And click the notification.
You gay if you popping your shit right now. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye! Thank you for watching, guys. So if you want me to check out other stories here on YouTube, please let me know in the comments. We upload on the weekends, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Also, check out our Twitch channel where you can watch me do this live. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do the whole notification button thing to help me out with the algo, and class dismissed.